Kyle Lawson here with Brendan Quinn after Michigan's 71-60 loss to Wisconsin here at the United Center. And Brendan, I think, probably put up a better fight than most people thought they would have, but Wisconsin probably a little too tough at the end for them there.
It was Michigan's entire season encapsulated into one 40-minute game. Michigan battled. They gave it all they had. I in the sake of always admitting when I'm terribly wrong, which is often, I thought Wisconsin was going to come in here and just roll to a 20-point win. They're just, well rested, ready to go. Got a 1 seed in their eyes, and in the NCAA tournament, and it didn't happen. Michigan just came right out and went bucket for bucket with them, and in the end, you just can't compete with that size if you're Michigan. Got out rebounded, gave up I think 17 second chance points that ended up being essentially the difference in the game. There's just too many matchup problems down the front line, I think, for Michigan to actually pull this thing off.
It would have had to been pretty much a flawless performance from them, and it was. I thought the key at the end was they had the missed rebound from Doyle, and before that the turnover from Irvin coming out of the timeout. You get those two, maybe you can stay in it late, but I think that kind of
and that came out of a timeout. Yeah. John Beilein kind of saw a broken offensive set and called a timeout to try to draw something up. It was a key possession. I think it was a 3 or 5 point game at that point. Mm-hmm. And they needed a bucket coming out of there, and then it went turnover, and then Ricky George, the ball went right through his hands on the other end, and that was kind of all she wrote for the upset bid. But I think John Beilein was smiling after the game. I think he saw a lot of the things that he's just been begging these to come out of this group and hope to see the pieces kind of click. Started to see it, so it's kind of a little bit bittersweet that you see a year's worth of progress kind of peak, and it's too little too late right at the very end. Now, if there's an NIT bid, I think this team could actually make a run in the NIT. They seem to really enjoy playing together right now that they've figured it out.
Well, like my next question is, we're 2 days from Selection Sunday. It's not the Selection Sunday Michigan would have wanted,
right,
but they will hear that they're still on the bubble. Where do you feel as far as whether this team will be playing in the NIT next week or not?
I would still probably lean toward them not making it. But at the same time, John Beilein said that they already put in a bid to host a game, so they are being proactive about getting in. That might help them. When you get a committee trying to figure things out, when you have a program like Michigan ready and willing to host a game, they might just give them to them on the basis of that. At the same time, they lost 8 of their last 11. They have 2 quality wins over Ohio State and Oregon. Decent one over Syracuse, but that's not worth too much right now. And it was a different team. But I don't know. I think it's, they have to be on. They're on the bubble for the NIT. But let me just say, I think a couple dominoes probably need to fall for teams that need to be in the NCAA tournament, making the NCAA and not falling into the other bracket, and that's pushing Michigan out. So. We'll see. If it is, it'll be mid next week, back on the court. And like I said, I wouldn't be terribly surprised if they go out and actually make some noise in the NIT.
That'll do it here from the United Center. Check back with MLive.com/Wolverines for all the coverage.